He's back again! New cookies from Pillsbury. Hello Goblins and Goblinettes, welcome back to another edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin here. This is where I will try a food product of some kind, maybe something you didn't even know existed, and I will decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. I have 3 varieties of Pillsbury cookies that I have never tried before. Now, I do know that these are brand new. These are in the soft-baked line of cookies. We've seen several flavors of these come out now. Now there is a chocolate mint chip. These, of course, would be in your grocery stores down the cookie aisle on those shelves. Then I've got 2 varieties here that we're going to have to bake. Right here we have Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You can see that is a limited edition. I believe these were out in the past. They brought them back again for another limited time. I did not try these in the past, so I thought I would give these a shot. And then there's also the birthday cake flavor. Now these I believe have been out for a while, but you can see this is a new and improved flavor. So I think these were out. I think they just supposedly improved the flavor. So we're going to try these as well. Obviously I'm going to have to bake these up really quick and then we will get started. All right, I've got my cookies baked up. I've got Monster Mug loaded with some fresh cold milk because what do I always say about cookies? If you have cookies, you have to have milk, right? Something that I should have said before when I started, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cookies are 150 calories for 1 cookie. The birthday cake flavor are 160 calories for 1 cookie. Each of those packages bakes up 12 big cookies, and you will find those packages in your refrigerated section at your grocery store. We're going to go ahead and first start with these, the soft-baked cookies, chocolate mint chip. These are 140 calories for 2 cookies, and these, of course, would be down your cookie aisle. So let's go ahead and see what we get with these. Okay, so the other flavors of these I have enjoyed so far. So chocolate mint chip, that sounds pretty tasty. Let's go ahead and try one of these cookies. And the fact that these are soft-baked, I do like that. There's a good look. Oh, wow. Wow, there's a strong mint aroma coming off of that. A little bit of a chocolate aroma, but very strong mint aroma. Look at all of those mint chips in there. That looks impressive. Oh, and you can see more on the bottom too. So packed with those mint chips. Let's go ahead and give this one a shot. Tons of chips in there. Tons of mint chips. Look at that. If you like a good minty flavored cookie, this one is not going to disappoint you. That is the overwhelming flavor on this. Obviously, a little bit of a chocolate flavor from the cookie itself, but very powerful mint flavor. Good flavor. As far as your prepackaged cookies go, I find that Pillsbury makes a very good product. Keebler's another one. I think they make good cookies as well. But Pillsbury, can't go wrong with these. Very nice, soft texture on these. Very nice chew, not crunchy at all in any way. So you're going to get a very soft cookie here. All right, going to break out Monster Mug here. One more of those cookies, and you can see just as many chips on each and every one of these cookies. That first one was not an outlier. That is how many chips are actually in these cookies. I'm going to do a little dunk here and see what we get with some milk and our mint chocolate chip soft baked cookie from Pillsbury. Boy, if dunking a cookie in a big glass of milk doesn't take you back to your childhood, I don't know what will. All right, let's move on to those refrigerated cookies that I had to bake up. I also should mention that those refrigerated doughs from Pillsbury now are safe. They say right on the label, they are safe to eat. Either bake them or you can eat them raw as well. So if you just like raw cookie dough, you can eat these without a problem. This is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. This is the birthday cake. I'm going to go ahead and start with the birthday cake. Look at how nicely that cookie baked up. And this was true for all of these birthday cake cookies. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch didn't quite come out as pretty. We'll see if that makes a difference or not. Really, the only thing that matters, of course, is going to be the taste. But let's take a closer look at the birthday cake cookie right there. Look at that. Look at all those sprinkles in there. Packed with sprinkles. And all of these, as I said, all of those cookies baked up just like this. So this, again, this is not just an outlier. They all looked like that. So let's go ahead and see what the birthday cake flavor tastes like. This is one of those flavors that has let me down in the past. Here we go. So obviously you can sort of control the crispiness that you're going to get out of this. Again, you're going to want to cook these to the lowest setting, to the least amount of time, and then go back and add minutes if you have to. You know, these are still a nice soft cookie. It's got a good crunch on it. And then you get a little bit of an extra crunch from the sprinkles in there as well. Now, birthday cake flavor, I feel like this sort of tastes more like a traditional sugar cookie. It has a little bit of that birthday cake flavor to it. But if this is supposed to be a new and improved flavor, I'm not sure that I really see a bolder birthday cake flavor than I have in the past. But good cookie, though, overall. Gonna do a little bit of a dunking here and see what we get with our milk. I usually like all cookies better with milk. I think I almost prefer this one better just on its own. There's a good sweetness to it. There's a little bit of that vanilla that I would expect from a birthday cake flavor. But overall, I just feel like this is more of a sugar cookie than anything, with some sprinkles. Do a little bit of a palate cleanse here. Okay, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. There we go. Now, one thing I will say about these smell exactly like a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. There is a strong, very strong cinnamon aroma coming off of these. Now, I guess before I bite into this, I should mention that I'm not a big fan of Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. It is not one of my favorite cereals. And one of the things that I have recently discovered is the fact that cinnamon on its own, I don't want to say I don't like it. It's not one of my absolute favorite flavors. I love cinnamon when it is added to something. It is vital in a lot of different type of pastries. It's great in pumpkin pies and cakes and things like that. Sprinkle it in some hot cocoa. When you add it to another flavor, I love it. On its own, that's when I'm not such a big fan of it. So we'll see. Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor. Let's see what the flavor is like on this cookie. I actually anticipated that was going to be really, really strong, just overwhelming cinnamon, especially with the coloration that you see on there. But I almost had to sort of search around for the flavor in that. To tell you the truth, I don't mind this at all because it is not an overpowering flavor of cinnamon. It's more of a subtle cinnamon flavor to it, and I do like that. If you're looking for a very bold, very big cinnamon flavor, this actually may not be enough for you. Let's see what it's like with the milk. I guess this sort of reminds me of the cereal. I actually think the cereal has a bolder cinnamon flavor to it than these cookies do. These are all very good cookies. I'm gonna say if there's a big winner, it's these right here. These are fantastic. But I am going to say that all three of these flavors, that makes up a very strong 3-star seal of approval. Okay, there we go. 3 more flavors from Pillsbury. Again, 1 down your cookie aisle, 2 in your refrigerated area. Check those out if you would like to see what they are all about, and I will catch you next time.